Welcome all of you. I myself Pralhad Sir, welcoming all of you in the Dnyanadeep's PYQ series. We have already started studying the social justice questions. One by one, I am able to making you understand how this answer writing should work. And in each and every question, I introduce some new idea in your answer writing practice. Content is up to you, right? We are giving it. You already have it from the many resources. The primary concern is the process through which you should go and how to make use of that content and make a good answer, right? So let's start. Revise the process. We are going to revise in just 1 minute. The first step of the process: understand the question. Then second step, link it with the syllabus of the link it with the topic of the syllabus. Third step, decide heading, subheading, introduction, body, etc. Today, we are going to learn about the types of introduction. Okay. One of the type of introduction, there are 4 different types of introduction we can write. One is that simple introduction as per the question. So let's first go through all the aspects, then we will understand by the example. Let's see the question. The question is, e-governance is not only about utilization of the power of new technology. E-governance is not only about the use of power of new technology, not only but it is about it also, right? But also much about the critical importance of the use value of information, use value. So, and they said explain. So, question is asking that you need to, there is a e-governance. You know that there is a importance of the use of the new technology, power of a new technology, and at the same time, e-governance is all about the information having some use value. Use value means there is a information and how we use that information. That use has some kind of value. We have to discuss about it. And they are saying in a statement that e-governance is about both these things. But the way they have structured, it clearly shows that the e-governance has this also, but this also. Means we have to emphasize on this part and write more and more about this part, building the concept about the context about this part. Now I'm talking about the intro. Now we understand the question. Now we have to write introduction. Before that, come to the types of the introduction. So I already said first is the simple one. How the simple one works? I will write as per the question. For example, I will write in this introduction that the e-governance is not about the power of the new technology, but at the same time, it is also about the use value of the information in a following ways. Instead of question mark, I have said in a following ways. When you are blank with respect to the introduction and you are unable to give any kind of introduction, simply write what is asked in a question and say in a following ways. Rather than question, it becomes a statement. Are you getting it? This is the simplest kind of introduction if you are unable to write any other. Then second time, there is a definition. So definition. There are 2 types of definitions. One, authentic, and second, general. General definition means what? In your words. You can write in your words. The way you have understand, you can write in your words. But the another is authentic. Authentic means there is being that information or that definition given by some authentic source like ministry, any particular committees, any government document, or any book standard, etc. These are the authentic definition. And when you are going to write the authentic definition, you have to write it word by word, or otherwise you can have almost always write the general type of definition. So these are the 2 methods I have already taught you, and we are going to experiment on this method in this today's question. There is another third type. You can explain the concept. Let's suppose there is a concept on climate change, greenhouse gas effect, separation of power. This concept, you can briefly explain the concept in the introduction and start your introduction. For example, you can also explain about the governance when there is a question on the governance. So there is a concept, you can explain it. This could be your third type of introduction. And a fourth type of introduction is current affair or data or facts. For example, let's suppose there is a question on the climate change, global warming, or the sea level rise. Then I will talk about that according to the IPCC or the recent IPCC sixth assessment report. By the end of 2100 or the 21st century, by the end of 21st century, there will be the global warming which can lead to the sea level rise by 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, or there will be the rise in a global temperature by the 4 degree or the 5 degree, whatever they are. So you can always quote by the current examples and data facts like IPCC sixth assessment report, etc. Or the according to the Human Development Index, according to the Human Development Report, you can always quote these reports. So this is the fourth type. Let's see. Now we are going to see definition. We will see in the subsequent answers PYQ this type of introductions. Let's see. I have given you the 19 types of the factors. There are different 19 factors which you need to consider while writing the answer. We will study each and every factor in one by one question. Are you getting it? We already studied the understanding of the question. The relevant content come from the topic of the syllabus. Then addressing the keywords. We are going to come into that. The structure we have already seen: introduction, body, conclusion, heading, subheading. How we are going to write it. Overall presentation. In the last PYQ, I already mentioned in the civil service PYQ that there is a one type of answer writing. Now in this answer, I will teach you the another type. Let's begin with this answer. So one by one, we will going to study all these types factors into the answer writing. So we get to know that e-governance is about power of new technology, at the same time use value of the information. There are some keywords. Then introduction. We can start with the introduction of the definition of the e-governance. Now I have given you the two types of definition. First one is a generic, second one is authentic. Let's see. First one says e-governance refers to the application of ICT to deliver government services, exchange information, facilitate the communication, and improve the overall efficiency, transparency, and accountability of the government process. So I simply write that e-governance means the use of ICT, information and communication technology. So use of ICT for what? To improve the public service delivery, communication, transparency, accountability in the government process. This is my simple language. Now what is authentic definition and given by whom? Given by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. They said e-governance is the application of the ICT to promote smart governance. Simple. So they said, what is e-governance? According to the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, e-governance means use of ICT to promote smart governance. Now, what they mean by smart governance? They have given the full form of the smart governance. And what is the full form of smart governance? Smart governance means S for simple, M for moral or ethical, we can say. A for accountable, R for responsive, so timely response, and T for transparent. Responsibility, responsive, transparent. So this is the definition given by the Minister of. So if you are going to write the definition in the introduction, you can always write this kind of definition which is authentic. Now come to the answer. Once we get the introduction, now body. So I have given the pillars of e-governance, which is, this is actually I have taken this diagram from the Yojana on the e-governance. Let's see. Now they have given the body. Body says relevance of the information, use value of information. What is the use value? First, relevance. Different kinds of information can be relevant. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, relevant information like vaccination schedules, safety guidelines, helpline numbers, etc. are provided through the e-governance, through the apps, COVID app. Are you getting it? So this is the method I am getting to start writing my answers with. For example, next, accessibility. This includes offering information in multiple languages. There is an app, I have given an example, Government of India's Umang app, which is available in more than 13 languages, which mainly are open not only English and Hindi, but beside that there are regional languages like Dravidian languages and the Marathi, etc. So the 13 languages मध्ये Umang app available. So look at the carefully the way I have written this. Then applicability, I have given the example. Then transparency and accountability, I have given the RTI as an example. Then citizen participation, I have given the My Government platform. There is also another like Swachhta Sarvekshan. Surveys are conducted by the Ministry of Urban Development, where the citizens or the people of the smart cities are asked some questions regarding the services provided by the municipalities. And Swachhta Sarvekshan has been conducted, where the citizen participation has been ensured through this ICT or e-governance. Now, I have written in a way that you can definitely figure out. See, there is a two way of body writing, at least two way right now. There are multiple ways. We are going to study one by one, but we already study. We can write it that this is the first thing, and then there are sub points. Second part, there is a sub points. We can write in a. You can, for this kind of answer writing, you can refer my lecture or the PYQ on the civil service. I have written this question in this format, but in this e-governance format, what I have done. So this is the first. So this is the first question. There is a subheading. I have given the explanation of it and then example. Then second part. There is a subheading, explanation, example. There is a third part, third subheading, explanation and example. So this is the another method of writing the answer, and you can observe in this answer. There is a subheading, explanation, and there is a example. Subheading, explanation and example. Subheading, explanation and example. You have to write in that way only. So this is another method. Now come to the conclusion. By focusing on the relevance, accessibility, applicability of information, governments can ensure that e-governance initiative lead to the better service delivery, enhance the transparency, and increase the citizen engagement. So this type of introduction is called as a conclusive conclusion. Conclusion means what? Conclusive, or you can say also say inclusive, means you have to include or you have to write only the crux of your body. Whatever you have written your body, you have to sum it up and write as a conclusion. These all things I have written in the body: relevance, accessibility, applicability, then the transparency, citizen engagement. I have to sum up all these things and write as a conclusion. This is the one type of conclusion. We are coming to the conclusion on later on periods. Right now, our focus is the types of introduction and types of answer writing formats and the understanding the process of format. By the end of this PYQ series, you will definitely be able to write all kind of questions and in a right way. Okay, this is all about it. Thank you.